What up, everybody? Welcome to the Vegas Lūau, Big Teeze and Puʻukani.
Yo,
Back to our podcast right here, man.
we ready to go? How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing fine, but I get on gripe and a half right now.
Okay.
Off the bat, bro.
You ready to jump into this, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it. What's
Okay.
on your mind?
Okay, I have a movie gripe right now.
Okay.
And before I get started, obviously, if I'm talking about this movie gripe, gonna have spoilers, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So the other day I was watching Boys in the Hood. You seen that movie, right?
One of my
Classic.
favorite movies.
Yeah, it's
one of
one
my, I would say top 10. Top 10
Oh
for
yeah.
me.
That's one of my favorite of all time. Top three at least. Okay, but I watch them with a new lens, as he said earlier.
Right.
You know what I mean? I watch it with this brain.
Well,
I
when
call
you
it.
get older, you
Yeah.
start to look at it differently. And after so many times you look at it and you start to notice different things, right?
Yeah,
Or
and
think about different things.
And
Yeah.
I swear I never watched them in like I would say maybe 10+ years. So the other night, so I was watching them, but I get a couple gripes right now. Okay,
For Boys in the Hood. Okay.
movie gripes. Boys in the Hood. Gripe number one. Okay.
Okay. Oh, there's more than one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know if you're familiar, but you remember when Doughboy's homecoming party?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
right when he got out of jail,
Got out of jail, yeah.
they had on party going on, right? And they live right across the street. Okay,
Right.
So one of my problems right now, my first gripe is when Trey got there, right? It was the first time he saw Doughboy since he got out.
Yes.
But the
okay.
party was already going, right? So I mean, he never helped set up. He never see Doughboy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like that he got there that day, right?
Right.
So that's why I was thinking to myself, wait, when he got there, he was like, "Oh, yo, man, you're looking all swole
Yeah.
and all that."
Exactly.
I
Two
saw-
hots in a cot, nothing else to do in the pen.
Yeah, there's nothing else to do in the pen. He's lifting
Yeah.
weights.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, he was already huge when he was small.
Right.
Doughboy
yeah.
was big
Yeah,
when he was
exactly.
small, so that never makes sense to me. I was like, wait, he looks smaller.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know what I
he
mean?
did
If
actually, yeah.
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 You figure he would look more huge, I would say.
You're right, right.
But
Coming out of the pen.
see, my problem is he went to the party, okay? And it was like that's the first time he saw him since he got home. I don't know. I'm not buying
yeah,
it.
right, right. You right across the street.
Yeah.
Like what? You never see him since he got home?
Or set up.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what
exactly.
I mean? Help set up the party. If that's your brother, that's your good friend.
Well, you know, Trey was GQ. So he came in. I can see his yellow long sleeve T-shirt, yellow and black.
His Gordon Guttrell.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, is that the?
No, that was from the guy, the Cosby Show.
Oh,
Remember
that's
Theo?
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so he worked at the Fox Hill Mall.
Right.
So he just got there, right? And so he just saw Cube. So that was my gripe right there. And now, along with this, okay, now if that's your best friend and he just came out of prison, right? I swear he stayed at the party for no longer than 10 minutes.
That's right. Didn't he just make like a plate and leave?
Yeah, he made him play it in here and bounce. That's your
And he never helped set up.
yeah,
Unbelievable.
And that's your best friend, though.
Yeah. Did he even bring some food? I forget. Or did he bring any food
No,
to the
nothing.
party?
He doesn't show up.
Bruh.
He laid on plate. Walk across the street.
Yeah.
Right. Had the kid running across the street, and then the guy would put a gun on him. Right after that, and then he went
Yeah.
home with the plate. Okay.
Yeah.
And he never do anything. He sat down with the dad, talk story, and asked him if he could fade him up.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So why he never get faded
Why he never
before
get-
he went to the party and stay at the party? That's one of your best friends. If my boy
Yeah.
just came out of prison, came
Yeah.
out of jail, we could
Right.
party all night. Plus had the sound system.
Yeah.
the
You knew
grinds.
everybody was gonna be there. Everybody who's somebody who knew him, who knew Doughboy would have been
Yeah.
there, and you didn't get faded before you went.
Yep. And he went home and nothing.
That's some deep,
Okay. You ready for-
analyzing of. That's some deep gripes going on there.
Grape number 2,
Oh,
I get.
okay.
I get a couple. I get a couple more, okay? Promise. Okay, grape number 2 in Boys in the Hood at the ending. Why did they split up?
Oh, that's right. Right at the end, before
Why did they
before
split up?
he got shot. I know.
Yeah.
Well, they were saying. What was the reason anyway? What reason did they give?
To split up.
Yeah.
I have no reason.
Yeah.
That's why it's stumping me right now. Okay, when you
Well,
stay with two guys, the best thing is get guys hunting you down to
Right.
kill you.
Right.
This guy's gonna shoot you. So why are you gonna split up? Stay together, run down the cane. You know what I mean?
But did they split up because they knew guys were kind of out there lurking? So
Yeah, 'cause they knew
maybe it
that-
was harder to. I mean, if you're staying together, then you both get shot, right? So splitting up.
Split up was the one. No, stay with your boy. Back to back. Well, that's just.
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah,
that's
yeah.
just
No, I see
me.
what you're saying.
So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
split up and they never even really conversate. Like, in the
Right.
can, because
Yeah,
Trey
exactly.
told him, "Hey, no, I don't think that's a good idea." Then Ricky they tell him, "Nah, man, ain't nothing gonna happen."
Yeah,
And they
yeah,
go,
yeah.
"Okay."
Yeah.
And
he split
then
up, yeah.
while he walking away is another thing. He playing one lotto ticket.
Exactly. Holding his milk.
Scratching the thing, playing the
Right.
scratcher, holding his milk, walking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Split, run, and sure enough, like what? 2 seconds after they split up.
Yeah.
What they do?
Yeah, because they went opposite ways. So
Yeah, they
and
still
when-
see each other.
Yeah.
And then the guy can drop to the cane, drop the shotgun,
Right.
and then Trey yells, Ricky!
Right.
He gets blown away. Okay? And now I'm thinking to myself, they're right next to each other. He holding Ricky. The
Right.
car still stay there. He's still looking at him.
Yeah.
Why you never shoot
Why
Trey?
they never shoot Trey? Right. You would think
See?
they would have taken them both out. Yeah.
Yeah, no, makes sense. No
I
witnesses.
never thought about that. That's
Shoot both of them
right.
already. You guys crazy already.
Right,
That was
yeah.
a dumb,
I'm just
dumb
pissed off
reason.
that he dropped the milk. You know how much milk cost back then? Just kidding.
Look now.
Bruh.
Bruh.
I never thought about that. Yeah, he was holding Ricky Boy in his in his arms. Yeah.
So they just got shot. He just got shot. They could have shot both of them, okay? Now, my final gripe
Oh, there's more.
in
There's
Boys
more.
in the Hood,
Boys in the
ladies and
Hood.
gentlemen, right now. Okay. So after they kill Ricky, right? These
Yeah.
3 donkeys.
In the red car.
Okay? Yeah.
In the red car. Yeah.
Okay. They end up go eat
That's right.
outdoors,
Outside.
sitting down nonchalantly eating
Outside,
fries,
like a-
talking
like a-
about girls.
Del Taco or something.
Yeah, they
Taco Bell,
just
yeah.
killed somebody.
Right.
And you know they're going crazy brother, doughboy, going to hunt them down, right? Revenge. Why are you outside,
Right.
sitting down, doing nothing, and then you guys see the car, and
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah, if you took somebody's life, I'll be hiding out in a house somewhere. Right. Yeah.
Or, hide, or on the down low.
Exactly.
But they're sitting down like nothing. Yeah, his name was Ferris, by the way.
Yeah. The guy who shot him?
No, the driver with the hoodie.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
okay.
the beanie.
Right. You know what's trippy too? It's like no one else was eating. It was just them. It was late.
Yeah.
Like we were the only ones eating out there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, bro,
so,
that's
yeah.
some deep. That's some deep stuff going on.
Thanks
there
for
with
letting
Boys
me
in the
vent,
Hood.
bro.
Yeah,
No,
you
so-
feel better. It's
Yeah.
like you number 2. You feel good.
Yep, that's my
Bruh.
movie gripe right there, man.
I love Boys in the Hood. I love it. Okay, so
solid movie, but just
Yeah.
some stuff to make
I'm
sense.
sure there's a lot of other things in the movies that you're now looking nowadays and like, I never saw that before. What? Why did they
Yeah.
do that?
Don't make sense, man.
Boys in the Hood. Okay.
Don't
so-
split up, guys.
Yeah, stay together.
together,
But again, back to my point. If they stayed together, maybe he would have got shot. What his name?
Trey.
Trey. Maybe Trey would have got shot. Both of them, right? If they worked together.
They
So
was together right
Yeah.
there. Like I said, he could have just shot Trey. I'm
Exactly.
getting mad, my brother.
wait, was there a Boys in the Hood too? There wasn't, right?
No.
Okay,
no.
so
one.
there should be a Boys in the Hood too. There should have been. Okay, all right. So let me. You probably already know which movie I'm gonna go first because it's my all-time favorite movie, and I figure if I throw gripes about this movie, I got to talk about a movie that I love, right?
But
Okay. You know which movie?
Yeah.
What? Which movie?
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of
I bet
Oz.
you, okay.
Okay.
So we go from this thug movie
Exactly.
to
Oh, Wizard of Oz is OG, man.
Boys in the Oz.
Bruh. Exactly.
Oz in the Hood.
Bruh, Wizard of Oz had all the characters. Okay.
Okay. What's
So
your
my
gripe?
biggest gripe, of course, the biggest way, the Wicked Witch of the West. The biggest way, she died because Dorothy threw the water on her, right?
Right.
So my biggest gripe is, so they're chasing Dorothy and the lion and Tin Man and Scarecrow. They're chasing them around the big castle, and all of a sudden they get cornered, right? This is
Right.
like the scene where they kill the Wicked Witch. All of a sudden, Wicked Witch burns the Scarecrow with her broom, and Scarecrow's on fire. All of a sudden, Dorothy just looks around, and there's a bucket of water on a ledge behind her.
Oh.
It's just there. Like, what is that bucket of water doing there? But
Okay.
she turns around, she grabs the bucket of water, throws it, it splashes on the Wicked Witches of the West, and she's like, I'm melting. Water is what killed the Wicked Witch
Okay.
of the West. So here's my biggest gripe. One, why was the bucket of water just randomly on a ledge behind them?
Okay.
Okay, so that kind of annoys me. Like, what? It's just there. It's not. There's no purpose. But all of a sudden, there's water. If the Wicked Witch knew water would melt her, why
Oh, why
does
was
she
it in
have
the vicinity?
Yeah. Why is there a bucket of water on it? That's
Ah.
right. So that's one. Two. What happens when the Wicked Witch of the West is thirsty? Did she never
Ah.
drink? Right? This is how I think right
Yeah.
here. This is how I think. Like, what? Okay. What if she was thirsty? How did she quench her thirst? You can't use water because she would have melted, right? Okay.
Yeah.
One more.
I'll let you add to that.
Yeah.
The water thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was gonna say it, but
Okay.
wasn't there a storm or something? That she was in the storm too, right?
She was flying in the hurricane on her broom.
Yeah, whenever I have water,
That's a great point. I never thought about
Yeah,
that.
now I'm mad at this
Unless
one
it was
too.
just pure wind and there was no rain within the hurricane, but no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I see what you. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and another one in regards to the water. Did she never brush her teeth like water, like hygiene wise? How did the Wicked Witch of the
shower.
West? Yeah.
Or even shower.
Yeah, she never showered. Yeah, if water kills her, if it melts her,
The Wicked Witch from the West was nasty then.
you know why she. This is my theory.
In always.
This is my theory. The Wicked Witch of the West, the reason why she was wicked and grumpy is she was dehydrated, bro. You ever go dehydrated? You wake up in the morning
Yeah.
and you got to drink water. You feel grumpy, right?
Yeah.
Bro.
And that would make me
okay.
wicked too.
Yeah.
The wicked brother from the West,
Yeah.
right now.
So, but the biggest thing is like, what is the bucket of water just... It's right there behind you if you're scared that water's going to kill you. Okay.
Okay.
I feel better about that. But
Yeah,
there's
go ahead.
still
Vent,
more.
brother.
There's still
Go
more
ahead.
about Wizard of Oz. Okay. So the whole premises of Wizard of Oz was, she went somewhere over the rainbow and she was trying to get back home, right? There's no place like home, right?
Okay.
The big, line in the movie, right? At the end, when she's with Glinda, which is the good witch,
yeah.
right? She's the one the Dorothy asks him, how do I get home? And Glinda says, oh, you always had the power to go home at any time.
I know where you're going with this.
You're right. And then
Yeah.
the lion says,
Yeah.
then why didn't you tell her?
Yeah,
She goes,
exactly.
Oh, because she wouldn't have believed me. She had to find out on her own. Hell no.
I couldn't believe you. You,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
get powers.
Yeah.
Why
She-
would here's the thing. Why wouldn't I believe you?
Right, exactly. but that's what she said. Oh, because she wouldn't have believed me. She would have to find it out on her. And I was like, bitch, I could have been home
Exactly.
2 minutes after I got
Yeah.
into this land here.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, so Glinda told him that. So that's another gripe that I had.
Okay.
Another thing that Glinda did. Glinda is the good witch, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think she was from the West, maybe.
I think she was a nice witch from the North.
Whatever. She was a good witch. She was a good witch. She was the holy witch. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Another gripe I had is when the house fell on the other wicked witch, which was the sister of the Wicked Witch of the West, right?
Yeah.
She took the ruby slippers and put it onto Dorothy's feet. And I'm like, if I was Dorothy, I would fling that crap off my feet, right? But she took it and put it on, and there it is. It's secure, and obviously.
Same size too, huh?
Yeah, I know, exactly. And obviously the ruby slippers had all the powers, right? Because when the Wicked Witch tried to grab it, it shocks her hand.
Okay.
But if I was Dorothy and I'm thinking, Glinda, take this off my feet, girl. Why are you putting it on my feet? So,
I give you that for breaking down the Wizard of Oz.
bruh, I'm a huge fanatic for Wizard of Oz. Here's a couple of things. So,
Okay.
so we're talking about movie gripes. I'm going to add in movie hypes too. So
Okay.
some of the things may be exciting facts people don't know, right? So we'll call it movie gripes and hypes, all right?
Okay.
Did you know the snow in the Wizard of Oz? So when they're going towards the Emerald City, and then the Wicked Witch puts snow to put them to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So it was in the poppy fields. All that snow, they use asbestos because it looked the most like snow. So this is back in the days, right?
Yeah,
We don't know
they never
the
know what's
effects
going
of
down,
asbestos. It was actually asbestos that was falling. So as they're running through towards the Emerald City, and then all the snow comes down, and then the lion goes to sleep, and the Tin Man freezes up, and they all fall asleep.
Wow.
It was actually real
hardcore.
asbestos, yeah. So I mean, I don't know if a lot of their deaths was
Related
from
to that.
Yeah. Another big thing.
Mesothelioma.
If you ever watch Wizard of Oz, and I can watch this anytime I see it on TV, I've watched it over 100 times. Every time you see it on TV, if you look at Dorothy, her hair length is different. Like one scene, one ponytail is left, right, and like it's up, down. The other scene is like that. The other scene is real long.
That's called continuation, eh? Continuation kind of flaws. in there.
Yeah. You forget about like where the hair was and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah. So every scene, like I always look at it and like again through a different lens.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up like, why is her hair like one side shorter than the other?
Well,
one
it's
side
kind of like
longer?
our post editing and all that too. You know what I mean? Because I still get the same shirt on, and look, you go on different. Yeah.
Exactly. Bro, you don't change your clothes, eh? You're like the Wicked Witch, but you don't shower, that's why. All right. One last thing, and this is kind of another fact that a lot of people don't know. So as they reach Emerald City, and then before they go to see the wizard, the guy says, "Let's go ahead and get you, all nice up and do your hair and stuff like that." Huh? There's what they call horse of a different color, right? You remember that when they go into Emerald City, there's like, oh, that's what you call a horse of different color. One horse was yellow, one was green, one was red. Those were all different horses, and the way they made the horses a different color, they used Jello powder. So like the yellow house, they used yellow Jello powder to give it its tint, red Jello, real life yellow powder, and they had to do the scenes really fast because the horses were licking their body.
Oh yeah.
So they were licking off
Moving to Jell-O.
all the jello. Yeah, exactly. So that's another thing that
Good thing the white one they never use asbestos though. You know what I mean? They found a fool white.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's another grab. But you guys are gonna look at Wizard of Oz differently now that I share all of
I
this.
definitely am now. When I watch him, I'm just gonna be like this the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he said.
Yeah, brother. Hey, that's asbestos, what the fuck? Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell everybody who are watching with it, did you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then my wife's gonna be like, she's gonna be like, I saw you guys podcast. Puʻukani told you that.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna be the popular one at the party. Oh, freaking Teeze, but he's a Wizard of Oz gangster.
Aficionado.
Any other movie gripes you have? Yeah.
Oh, this one is very, very unpopular opinion right now.
You look like you're stressing already just thinking about it.
Because you know what? I think I might get destroyed for this one right here. But I watched Scarface the other day.
Oh, brah.
Okay, in the background. I know that's something that everybody get the DVD, especially males. You know what I mean? In our age.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I beg to differ. I'm a little different from you. They're not like us. They're not like me.
Oz. So, okay. This is a very unpopular opinion right now, but I'm going to have to say this right here.
All right.
Okay, so Tony Montana, I still love him. I mean, bravado, you know what I mean? He was like the main,
he was the rebel. He did his own thing.
The guy, gangster, all that.
Right.
I got to say something right now, bro. This guy was an a-hole, bro. He was an a-hole, complete a-hole, in my opinion. Okay. I watched him once again with old man brain now. Okay? Grew up, okay? Okay, one gripe that I have with Tony Montana is this. When he first came up,
Montana.
One thing, he had his job.
Right.
He got on job, okay? And then
dishwasher.
But he had to do that deal. So you know that one deal because he already did that one thing for the guy underneath the cane. Okay, that's understandable. Underneath the freeway when there was refugees. Anyway, so they got the job. They're in Havana, right? No. I mean, Little Havana.
Yeah.
In Miami.
Miami, yeah.
Okay, and so they're dishwashers, right?
Yes.
They just left the guy hanging, bro. You know the boss. He gonna throw the towel at him.
That's
that's one thing right there. You could have just finished the shift, my brother. Because the guy, I felt bad. Well, I just felt bad.
Decency, man.
I felt bad for the guy because, damn, you're leaving him hanging, and you only had a couple more hours left.
Dishes. Come on, finish up, bro. Finish up.
But he hooked him up with the job, so that's one. I mean, I know that's not major. That's just me. Okay.
That's like small kind of. You sure you can make it through the segment?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the other thing is this right here, Tony Montana. Okay, he gets put on by Frank. Okay, so he gets put on, and Frank was telling him about the game off the bat. He's telling him, don't get high off your own supply.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That line.
Lay low. Don't be flamboyant and all that, because you're not gonna last long in this business, right? He's actually helping him, right? Mm-hmm. But Tony hot-headed, obviously, hot-headed and all that kind of stuff like that. And right off the bat, he sees Frank's wife for the first time. Michelle Pfeiffer. She coming down the elevator.
Yeah.
And look, he was locked in already.
Yeah.
For
twinkle in the eyes.
For Snake, his wife.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And he did.
Yeah.
And then, they're at the nightclub. There's times that he at the nightclub and he's dancing with her. Why are you with him? All that kind of stuff like that. Okay, so I was like, okay, that's another, red flag on that bugger.
But that's it takes two to tango.
Yeah, her
she
too.
kind of gave in too, right?
Yeah.
To the fluff and stuff, right? Yeah.
And then that one scene where Tony was sitting down with her in the booth,
right,
like this, and then Rick and Frank tell him, "Hey, go find your own woman, man." You know what I mean? So blah blah blah. So I was like, "Don't you think?" Obviously, so when they left. And they had the hit on Tony that night, what do you expect would happen?
I know,
right?
exactly.
The big time drug dealers out there.
Yeah.
Of course.
Stealing the wife.
Yeah. Well, okay. There was going through all kind of friction at the time and all that. So, anyway, so I was just thinking, okay. In other words, I think that Tony deserved what he got. You know what I mean? Because he was getting high on his own supply.
Right.
He was yelling at Manny, his best friend.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And stealing somebody's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's doing that, and then he take home the kind. I was gonna say Scarface, the guy, Tony's sister.
Sister, yeah.
So he takes her home from the club with her. The sister, unlike Manny was loyal.
Yeah.
But I know, but that was messed up that they got married, without telling Tony, or they hook up without telling. I understand that, but was that enough to kill him?
I know.
His best friend shot his best friend.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
and then Sosa, all he told him was, he had to do this job, right? Or else everybody gonna get popped.
Right.
But understandable. So that was one part where he was like, because get the kids. That's understandable. But you're already hardcore, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's say, do the job. But
the storyline had so many twists and turns.
And I never really know all of this until I rewatched it the other day,
Right.
Because before I was just watching the action and, killing everybody. But I don't know. I guess that's just me. Now that I got it off my chest,
He is
I'm like,
an a-hole.
Yeah, and then when he
freaking Tony Montana.
And Manny saved his life. I don't know if you know that. Manny actually saved his life in that little thing. That guy was going to kill him from the side or whatever.
Yeah.
And Manny caught him. The time, when, well, it was Manny's fault because he's talking to the chick. I go, not a grape.
Yeah.
When there's the kind of first.
That's right.
When they go meet the Colombians.
Yeah.
Manny's dumbass.
I know.
And Tony told him, okay, if I'm not, back in 15 minutes, come on, but check it out. But what are you doing?
Yeah, macking on chicks. Yeah, trying to hit on chicks. Yeah,
so you get up there late.
Oh, that was a gruesome scene too. Yeah.
And Angel got killed. You know what I mean? That was his boy. So Angel got killed with the chainsaw. I don't know. I still was. That was just bothering me, but I don't know why. I don't know where this came from. A movie and grapes. I just was like, but I get grapes.
I mean, if you think of any movie, you can probably find a gripe or two for any movie, right?
We gotta have in writing. When you're writing, they always gotta have this kind of thought-provoking stuff to make you keep talking about it, right?
Right.
But,
any other thing from Scarface? Any other thing?
She's. I get another grape.
Okay.
One last one right now just came to me. Okay, so the final scene when he's the kind.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah,
Okay.
that classic line. Okay, but he closed the door, and all his loyal boys was knocking on the door. He's knocking on Tony, let me in.
Yeah. Then I'm okay.
No, but all the guys coming now for murder them. He never opened the door, bro. And these guys stayed loyal. They could have bounced. They never need to go back to the house. They stayed with him, and they was loyal to Tony.
And they all got shot.
And then watch at the ending. Yeah. The door is closed, and they're knocking it. Ran up the stairs. that final double stairs.
Right.
And that's his loyalty. The last guys that stuck with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was
and
banging.
He didn't open the door.
He never
let
opened
them
them.
be killed. Yeah.
Yeah, and they got shot right over there. So I was gonna say, I don't know, Tony. I don't know if you're
freaking.
I don't know if you're.
Okole Puka.
Yeah. That was the best way for sale without getting striked.
All right.
But there you have it. That's my grapes. I got no hypes.
No hypes about that. Okay.
No.
So I'll tell. We'll go into another movie, and obviously this is another favorite movie, top 3 for me. In at number 3, Gladiator. Ooh. And I'm sure you have a couple of gripes about that too. All right. So my biggest gripe that something that never settled right with me is in Gladiator. It's one of those WTF kind of like what the. Like what is going on here?
What the flagrant?
Yeah. What the? So Commodus, right? Commodus was Caesar. He took over. Commodus. He was always hitting on his sister.
Oh, that was those days, though, right?
But
like Game of Thrones. No, Game of Thrones kind of.
I don't know. I didn't watch too many of those epic movies, but like throughout the whole movie, he was like always hitting on his sister, like trying to get up with her and trying to lay with her. I'm like, what?
So it was those days.
What the hell is going on, Commodus? I mean, if he's Caesar, you would figure he could get any girl throughout Rome, right?
That's true, bro.
Brother's trying to hit on his sister throughout the whole movie. Okay, I know. That's just one gripe I had. Another gripe I had, and I don't know if this is so much of a big gripe, but like you kind of blew the storyline. So when Russell Crowe, right, Gladiator himself, towards the end, after he fights Commodus and kills Commodus, Russell Crowe's kind of like really beaten up, right?
Yeah.
And then you see him like standing there and he's like reflecting. And then all of a sudden they go to like a scene where his body is floating and he's walking through like cornfields. And I'm like, that was such a cheesy thing to do.
Well, maybe because that scene was kind of tell you that, he's going to be passing away.
Right.
No,
I understood the concept, but just how they did it. Like his body was just floating over the ground.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's walking through cornfields playing with his hands hitting the cornfield, and then he sees his wife and his son waiting. I don't know. How they did it, the effects way was just kind of corny. So that's another one. I know.
The effects was corny, but he had no problem with the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, bruh, Wizard of Oz is freaking OG, number one all time. You should watch it more, dude. I really feel like you'll connect with the lion, the cowardly lion, or the scarecrow. You would probably connect.
Boy.
A lot of people don't know this. We'll go movie hype on the hype side. A lot of nuggets from Gladiator. So we talked about Commodus' sister, right? The princess herself, Lucia was her name. Did you know that Jennifer Lopez actually tried out for that part?
Oh, nah.
Obviously, she didn't get it. Went to Connie Nielsen, but Jennifer Lopez. Imagine her being the princess, dude. I think that would have taken Gladiator
for real.
Yeah,
I think that would distract.
You think?
Yeah, I think it
wouldn't distract me. This would be my number one movie. It would jump in front of Wizard of Oz if J-Lo was the princess.
Wow, I never know that, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, that's some nice knowledge right there.
There you go. Maximus, right? Well, what was the actor's name again?
George Clooney.
No. Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. George Clooney.
Didn't I mess up with George Clooney on a past podcast?
Oh my gosh.
So originally, before Russell Crowe got the part, it was actually given to Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson. But Mel Gibson actually
did.
Yeah.
Because we did Braveheart. Right?
There you go.
So that was kind of...
The popularity of Braveheart, so they offered it to Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson actually said, and he's probably like kicking himself, right? He said, "No, I'm too old for the part. I don't think I'll fit it." And then they gave it to Russell Crowe. A couple of other people who were also considered candidates for Maximus, and I don't know if you can picture these two people, but they were finalists for being Maximus. Tom Cruise. Can you see Tom Cruise as the Gladiator?
Nah.
Cannot, right? Yeah, because you think of Tom Cruise more of 007 or what? Not 007, but just...
Mission Impossible.
Yeah, Mission Impossible. And the other person who was Final Five, Antonio Banderas.
I could see that.
You can?
Yep.
Zorro? You can see Zorro
I can see him being in that bugger right there.
Maybe I didn't see him. Maybe I'm just thinking of the Zorro character, so I cannot picture him as like...
Right.
But then again, a lot of people didn't think that Russell Crowe had what it took to be Maximus. True. And he just elevated his whole stock. Yep. Right? Yeah.
Who you think would have been one good one? In my mind right now, I would say like The Rock would have been kind of nuts.
Oh yeah, if he was a little more popular back then, he probably would have gotten the nod. I would think, because you think of just muscles and gladiator and warrior kind of thing. Yeah, this one tripped me out, and this is like a big hype nugget of from the Gladiator. Okay, so did you know? What is one of the biggest lines coming out of Gladiator? When he's fighting, what do you remember any one of the big lines?
I forget. Okay,
so after he fights, I think it was his second fight in all the Rome fights and stuff.
Yeah,
he kills one of the guy. He turns to Commodus and says, to everybody, says, "Are you not entertained?"
Oh, yeah.
Are you? That was not a planned script.
Oh, he improvised that.
Yeah, he improvised that.
See. That's skills right there.
And they decided to keep it in because the emotion of it flowed, with after the fight and and being, standing up against Commodus. But "Are you not entertained" was not part of the script. It was improvised. They left it in there.
That's professionalism right there, man.
And to me, it's the biggest line that have come out of Gladiator. So, but J-Lo. J-Lo. All right.
What about this?
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a thing though in the Gladiator days, right? When the emperor
Right.
would go like that.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, what was who was Commodus in real life? What was the actor's name? Joaquin Phoenix, right? That was his real name.
Yeah.
Right?
Ooh, I hated his guns.
Oh, bro, he really played the villain so good.
Yeah,
bro.
that was the one of the guys in my movie villains that you would false crack in real life.
Yeah,
because I never like him. Joaquin
That's
Phoenix,
right.
like
Yeah,
even if
yeah.
I saw him someplace else, like a movie premiere or whatever, I'll be
Right.
looking at him like, bro, because he played that. Oh, I think he was the most evil
Yeah.
character right there,
bro,
right next
after
to
he
Gaston.
smothered. Oh, Gaston. Bruh. Oh, I think I sent you a picture when we went to Disneyland, Japan, and I came across the Gascon statue.
Yeah.
I took a picture of the Gascon statue and sent it to Big Teeze
Yeah.
and said, "This guy said you on weenie.
Yeah,
This guy said he can kick your ass."
Gladiator, yeah, what a movie right
Yeah.
there, man. And the jealousy that the kind had.
That's what I'm saying. When he smothered his dad,
Yeah.
oh, bro, what a evil scene was that? Eh? Oh
What
my
year that
God.
came out? 2000.
Oh, 2001, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe 2001.
25 years,
Yeah.
24 years ago. Man,
Yeah.
crazy, yeah?
I got one more movie gripe, but I'll let you. Got anything? Any other movie gripes?
No, man. I'm griped out right now. I'm
Griped out. Okay, I'm sorry, but I gotta get this one in.
Yeah.
Top 3 again. My second favorite movie, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Okay, I'm not too familiar with them because I never see them. I never saw Willy
Yeah,
Wonka.
see, I mean, like, we cannot be friends then, dude. I don't know how this works out. Like, that's a foul, party foul right there.
I don't know why I never watched it.
Promise me you're gonna watch it in the next month. Willy
Okay.
Wonka and the Chocolate.
Well, after you tell me these grapes, I'm going to guarantee I'm going to hunt them down.
Okay. So the whole premises of the movie of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is Willy Wonka putting out 5 golden tickets
Right.
in all his candy bars, and whoever the 5 people that found it would go to see his factory, right? Which hasn't opened in over 2 decades or something like that.
I always see parodies of this too, so I kind of know what
Right,
the story about.
right.
But I just never really watched it.
So Willy Wonka hired a guy. His name was Slugworth, and basically, the 5 golden tickets was found first in Germany.
Yeah.
A kid in Germany, then another kid in Brazil, then Georgia, then California, then somewhere in England. So that was what happened was when they found the ticket, this guy Slugworth was always there. Meaning, so Augustus was the first kid who found it, and he was out in Germany. Slugworth was right next to him. Slugworth would lean and talking to their ear and say, basically, he was telling them, Willy Wonka has a everlasting gobstopper. If you can get that and give it to me, I'm going to give you some money because I want to figure out how he makes it, right?
Okay.
Because if he can get it, then if he doesn't figure it out, it'll put Slugworth, who was supposed to be the competitor of Willy Wonka.
Okay.
Slugworth would put him out of business. So he was like, go
Gotta
get
get these recipes.
Go get the gum, bring it to me so I can figure out his recipe so I can figure out what he's doing. But in every scene where the ticket was discovered, again, Germany, Brazil, Georgia, California, and England, Slugworth was there. Like, how
All
did
over
he?
the world.
Yeah. Yesterday he was in Germany. The next day you're in Brazil, and then when she found the ticket, Veruca, you there again? So I always wonder, like, how the hell did he travel to 5 different
Was he
continents?
no magical dude or nothing?
Yeah,
No?
bruh. So that you
Slugworth sound like one wizard. You know what I mean? That name.
Slugworth. Yeah, he looks really evil, but Willy Wonka actually hired him to play the part of Slugworth to see which kids would bring him.
Follow the rules.
Yeah, follow the rules, or which kids were loyal. Yeah, so all the other kids messed up, and Charlie was the only one that at the end gave back the everlasting gobstopper, and which is when he won the big prize. So that's one of them. All right.
Okay.
So, that's my only gripe. I do have a couple of hypes.
Okay.
All right. So I'll point this out. So as you watch it over the next month, okay,
I'm gonna watch this
look
tomorrow.
in the camera and
I'm
tell
watching this
everybody.
tomorrow.
All right. I do
And
have
then next week I'm gonna have more grapes. No.
exactly. Part 2. All right. So did you know? So in the scene, you don't know because you haven't watched it. But in the movie, there's a big chocolate river that runs
Okay, yeah, I
through the
saw
Willy
that. I saw
Wonka's
that.
factory, right? Big chocolate river. The chocolate river in real life was made out of water, food coloring, and cocoa powder. So like how you drinking cocoa. So the entire river was just cocoa powder, water, and food coloring. They were saying by the end of filming, it was all sour. Like it smelled horrible.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, imagine
bet,
if you
yeah.
imagine you have a whole body of cocoa with cream and food coloring.
Oh, bro.
By the
Nasty.
end of a couple of weeks, yeah. So they were saying it was just nasty smelling, but they had to get through it, which is, I was like, ooh,
They
yeah.
should have just used sewage then.
Yeah. So it was just rotted and rancid. Another thing is when the kids enter the chocolate factory, which is what their golden ticket got them, right? Got to be in the chocolate factory. The real life actors and actresses, all the kids and the moms and dads who went into the factory, they never saw the chocolate factory before.
Oh, so they could get the real reaction.
Yeah. So as
like
they
when they
opened
do
up
that.
the door, it was actually their first time ever seeing it, and it was immaculate for back then. I mean, you're talking entire factory of
Just all
chocolate
crazy
river.
stuff,
All the
yeah,
plants
candies,
are edible. Yeah. So that's
I
something.
like when
that-
directors do that, when they go
Right.
get like the real reaction. Because a lot of like in scary movies, like they don't tell
Yeah.
the actor or the actress when that jump screen so that they get the actual, you know what I mean? The
Yeah,
actual thing.
majority of them
Art.
do that. Yeah, with like horror movies. Yeah. All right. The last thing I'm going to say, we're talking about the everlasting gobstopper, and this is like a little Vegas tie here. The prop that they use for the everlasting gobstopper, Pawn Stars, the local, they had their own show. The guy Rick from Pawn Star actually bought one of the everlasting gobstoppers, which is a little piece like this, for $100,000.
Wow. The prop.
The prop.
actual
The prop
one.
itself,
Oh,
yeah.
Man. Okay, I can see that. I can see that.
I guess they had like 2 or 3, and then he had one of them. $100,000 he
Yeah.
sold it for. So I'm not sure if it resold, but wow.
It's what you value it too, yeah. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Especially for you. Now, if
Right.
you was a billionaire, millionaire, I know and you love this movie, you would buy that. You would put a price.
I think
on that.
I would probably buy, the ruby slippers. Just
That actually was auction too.
Yeah, and I think that actually fetched in the millions.
Millions,
Yeah. A lot of people don't know, but so the Wizard of Oz originally, going back to that, in the book, it's based on the book, right?
Right.
In the book, it was actually silver slippers, but because with the movie,
Yeah,
they
for
thought
the
that the
colorized
red,
that. Yeah.
would make it stand out and look more shiny and blingy. So they made it to ruby
Technicolor
slippers,
first, came on Technicolor.
Yeah.
Remember they had to say that in movies in color.
Yeah, and that was a sell. Like, ooh, it's in color. Ooh, gotta go see them.
man.
Back in the days. Oh, we old, yeah.
Oh,
if we talking
brother.
about black and white TV,
I
and-
know.
Okay, I feel like I got that all off my chest.
Me too.
Yeah, but J Lo. I'm sure everybody has movie gripes, movie hypes, as in
Yeah.
I
I get
unknown
some more,
facts,
man.
yeah.
I'm sure we're gonna fly out to more. We're gonna have more topics right here. Bro, 'cause
Yeah.
Right now, I
There
get
might
one-
even be a part 2, right?
Yeah, I get some in my head right now that I'm thinking about. I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I can share that though. But yeah, thanks for letting me vent about. Okay, so I vent about Scarface.
Yeah, exactly.
Tony Montana. Yeah, the character.
Right.
And of course, Boys in the Hood.
Yeah. So see, I noticed like your theme is real gangster and just violent.
Well, off the bat, yeah. So I get that off my chest.
Yeah. So let me introduce you to Wizard of Oz, Willy Wonka. You gotta chill, man.
Boom, my next
Increase the peace, brother.
My next one gonna be Beaches
Exactly.
or The Rose.
Yeah. Puʻukani, you know what? I was watching The Rose the other day. Oh, Bette Midler.
Snooze Fest.
Yeah. I was watching High School Musical. You know,
I got no problem, bro. No problem with this.
Vanessa Hudgens, but come on. Yeah. All right, my brother.
Oh yeah, but thank you though. All right, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
All right. Vegas Lūau, Big Teeze, Puʻukani, Aloha.